Welcome back, guys. Today's a beautiful day in England, in London, East. I was about to give my location up. Oh no. Anyways, hope you are all enjoying your day today. And it may be a few days later that this gets uploaded. I think like 4 days later, because I believe this is part 4 of What If Naruto Was Madara's Grandson. Anyways, today will be the first part, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And well, I will know if you enjoy it, and if you are enjoying the series, please tell me in the description, in the comments below. And if you comment and tell me more what to do, I will do them eventually. If they come a bit later, of course I have a few in mind. And of course I would like some that change the story a lot, not like what if Naruto was an full Uzumaki. Of course I might do that, but I'm talking about fully changing the story. That's what I really like to do. It's pretty much like a fan fiction. However, I'm not able to write it because I'm kind of lazy, can't lie still. But anyway, last time we left off with Team 7 actually being able to enter the tuning exams because they are pretty much strong enough. And Naruto changing quite a bit. Of course, him, after seeing Haku die, he blamed himself, realizing that his grandfather wasn't wrong about how this world is full of winners and losers. Where there's still winners, there will always be losers, and that means that this cycle will just keep going on, and no one will be a true winner in this world, or no one will ever be at peace with themselves and others. Of course, there will always be wars and the conflict between people, and this is what is going to bring this world to its demise. However, Naruto, of course, knows that he has to do something about it, and of course Madara is trying to do something about it. However, the way Naruto sees his grandfather's ideals, they're completely different from his. Naruto doesn't want everyone to go into a world of dreams. Naruto wants everyone to try hard enough to make their dreams come true. Some are not able to do accomplish what they want to do because of how this world is full of war, conflict, hatred. And this is something that Naruto is trying to stop himself. Naruto is trying to take all the hate of this world, and of course he's going to make everyone hate him. Of course, he's going to use hate to his advantage, and he's going to make people hate him instead of hating each other, and then they're going to have to work together, because Naruto is trying to become the strongest ever shinobi to ever step on this world, and make everyone fight him. Of course, individually no one could really beat Naruto if when he accomplishes the strength bit of his plan. But of course, once everyone is working together, Naruto will stand no chance against all of them put together. And Naruto is actually training someone himself. He's training someone himself to make sure that this dream of his will come true. Of course, this will help Tsuki's dream come true as well. Find out who was the killer of her brother, and the true fate of her brother, because she doesn't really understand why would her brother just kill himself out of nowhere. He didn't seem like the type of guy to do that. And anyways, of course, Tsuki also wants peace in this world, just like Naruto, and she realizes that Naruto's ideals are pretty much the best ideals that she's ever heard. Of course, she wants them to, and so Naruto and Tsuki do work together, train together to actually become stronger. And anyways, of course, Team 7 enters the Chunin exams, and Naruto has changed quite a bit. Naruto is not the Naruto that everyone knew anymore. Naruto used to be pretty kind and more approachable. Now Naruto is nowhere near approachable. Approachable is pretty far from what Naruto is right now. And anyways, Naruto and Naruto, who was actually a proctor for the second part of the Chunin exams, of course, he would be watching Team 7 as they fight as well. And of course, he's going to watch pretty much every team who's going to participate in the Chunin exams, just in case something bad happens and something suspicious is going on. But anyways, of course, he actually sees Gaara's team because he's actually intrigued by his team. He knows that Gaara is a Jinchuriki, and he's going to have to capture him one day. However, Naruto has a plan in his mind that he's going to make sure that the tail beasts are captured. However, he's going to make it so that the Jinchurikis do not die. Of course, Naruto's plan is very, very hard to pull off. However, Naruto has found out a way to do this. The only way to do this is for Naruto actually to make their life force stronger as their tail beast is fully extracted. Of course, he doesn't have much time after the tail beast has been extracted, so Naruto will have to do it himself, while the Akatsuki doesn't pay too much attention to him. And anyways, of course, Naruto is going to make sure of that. Well, he was going to make sure that this will happen. And anyways, of course, he needs to see how strong Gaara is right now. And we move now. Gaara's fight ends pretty quickly. He was about to kill the whole entire team until he basically felt a strong energy coming towards him, and it was actually Naruto. He was actually wearing a mask, and Naruto says, "Do not kill. If you kill, you'll be disqualified straight away." And Gaara then replied by saying, "I thought there were no rules." And Naruto says, "There may be no rules, however, killing is something that we do not approve of. So, you either get disqualified by killing them, or you just move on." Of course, Gaara just had to listen because, Temari and Kankuro told him to just listen and comply. You can kill... Well, of course, Gaara knows that he can kill them later. And anywho, now, Naruto actually leaves as soon as he sees Gaara's team actually opening the scroll and everything. And anywho, of course, Kakashi came out of it. And yes, Kakashi actually came out of that scroll. And he saw Naruto in the distance. And then Naruto disappeared from his vision again. Naruto's actually going towards other teams to see how they're doing. Of course, he has to supervise everyone here. And anyways, Naruto did very well in supervising every team, and now he actually sees Team 7. Team 7 was actually in a critical position. Tsuki was about to get bitten, however, Sasuke jumps in the way here, and Tsuki was actually getting bitten first because Orochimaru didn't mind whoever. He was going to go for Tsuki first, however, he got, of course, Sasuke, because Sasuke saved her, and of course, Sasuke is like, "You better win this fight." And the only reason Sasuke actually did this is because he knew that he had absolutely no chance against this guy. He could feel it, and so Tsuki actually started fighting. And Naruto's kind of weirded out because he can see that this guy is not normal, or this Genin, and he remembers this type of chakra signature from somewhere, and that is when he actually met Orochimaru. Orochimaru actually did meet Naruto, however, he didn't meet the true Naruto. Naruto was wearing his mask then. And anyways, of course, Naruto knows who Orochimaru is, but he doesn't pay too much attention, and he just sees that, he just continues and watches the fight, and Orochimaru realizes that there's someone hiding in the woods, and he realizes that this must be one of the proctors actually checking up on the teams, and so he decided to escape before the proctor actually realized who he was. And anywho, if they're from the Leaf Village, he doesn't believe that there's anyone from the Leaf Village that can actually be a proctor unless it's someone very skilled. And he actually realizes that this might be someone who might recognize him, and so he decided to escape quickly without biting Tsuki. One Uchiha is more than enough. After all, this is Sasuke's brother, and he must be something great, of course. I mean, not Sasuke's brother, Itachi's brother, so he must be something great, right? And of course, he will be something great in the future. Anyways, now, Naruto is actually pretty proud of Tsuki, how she was able to easily, well, not easily, of course, having quite a bit of trouble against Orochimaru, but anyways, as soon as Orochimaru left, Naruto realized who that was, and it was actually Orochimaru. Naruto actually went towards him, and was about to pretty much kill him because he knows that Orochimaru left the Akatsuki, and he doesn't want any information to actually be leaked out, and he doesn't want people to know that there is a masked figure. However, Orochimaru wasn't going actually thought that the masked figure was actually one of the leaders, and anyways, of course, he wasn't gonna do anything right now because he wasn't really asked about anything, and he really didn't care about the Akatsuki after he left because of what happened with Itachi. After all, he did try to take Itachi's body and then failed again. And anyways, now Naruto was about to pretty much attack Orochimaru until Orochimaru actually escaped the whole entire village and then came back a few days later, of course. But now he actually goes back to see how Team 7 is doing, and he sees that they're getting attacked, and in the end, Sasuke and Tsuki, well, Tsuki was about to pretty much one-shot every single one of them with her ice release. However, Sasuke wakes up in the middle of this, and he was in his curse mark state, and Naruto was confused on what kind of power Sasuke is using. He's never really seen it before. And anyways, now, of course, Sasuke and Tsuki were able to take care of the Sound Trio, and they actually escaped with a few broken body parts because of Sasuke and Tsuki. But anyways, now Naruto's proud of them, how they were able to take care of them easily, and so he didn't have to jump in case they went into a fight to the death. And anyways, now Team 7 headed off. Well, Naruto actually supervised them with the clone this time, and he supervised the rest of the Chunin exams. Naruto hasn't had any sleep for the past few days, and he's happy that none of the, getting in this in the exam that he was a proctor of, died, and so he was happy with himself, and he actually went home. Oh, anywho, the next day, Naruto woke up to go to see the preliminaries, and Naruto was actually next to the Hokage. Of course, the Hokage was actually talking to Naruto and asking Naruto how he was. Of course, the Hokage was asked by Obito and Kakashi to actually talk a bit with Naruto, actually help him out, since after losing Haku, he kind of changed him. And Naruto says that it's fine, he hasn't changed a bit, and he was just a bit depressed after Haku's death. And the Hokage says, well, that's what everyone says, and this is where it starts. So Naruto, I'm just asking you to come to me at any moment, that if you need me, if you need my help, if you need anyone's help, just come to us and talk to us. Naruto then says, I don't think many people would even talk to me in this village. Anyways, of course, the Hokage actually heard this, and he was like, still, Naruto, you still have me, and Kakashi, Obito, even Rin would help. Naruto says, yes, I know, it's fine, you don't need to worry about me, I haven't changed much, and then gives him a fake smile. And the Hokage actually knows that this is a fake smile. He can feel it in Naruto's smile. He sees that Naruto is faking the smile. And anyways, he was still worried for Naruto and said, Naruto, there's no need to fake it. If you're in pain, you can ask for help. Naruto then says, listen, Lord Third, I am not in pain, it's fine. And anyways, the Hokage says, alright, if you say so. But anyways, now, Naruto, of course, wasn't in pain, but he was actually pretty much pissed off at himself for what he did, letting Haku die and Zabuza. And in the end, now Naruto, of course, watches the next few fights, and he sees that Sasuke was easily able to win his fight. Sakura actually drew with Ino. Tsuki won hers. Hinata got absolutely wrecked, and this is what pissed off both, Naruto. And Naruto was actually one of the people who was there to stop Neji from going for the kill on Hinata. And anyways, Kakashi and Obito were there, same as Might Guy and Kuronai and Asuma. And anywho, of course, Naruto then actually speaks of saying, she's your own blood, right? And anyways, Neji says, so what? It's not like it matters. And anyways, Naruto then says, killing would get you disqualified. And Neji's like, so? And Naruto says, so you want to get disqualified? And of course, then Neji stops talking and everything. And Kakashi asks himself how Neji even is in the Chunin exam, since, he's pretty much Chunin level already. But anyways, now Naruto and the rest go off, and they watch the next few fights. And anywho, now, of course, the next few fights go exactly the same, and also Lee gets absolutely wrecked by Gaara and nearly killed until Might Guy actually appears. Naruto didn't do anything because he actually felt Might Guy getting pretty pissed, and he could just feel the pressure. And anyways, now that's how good his sensory ability was. He could even feel people's pressure, and which other people couldn't feel. And anyways, now Naruto just waited for Might Guy to step in, and if he didn't, of course, he would step in himself. And of course he did, and saved Lee from death. And Naruto now realized that Gaara has some problems, of course, and he would help him out. He actually decided to help him out himself after the Chunin exams. Of course, he would stop any people that were about to get, well, he would stop Gaara from killing any more people by actually, supervising him and keeping an eye on him. Of course, not during the 1 month training, because that's something that he wouldn't do. He would only supervise him when he's actually fighting. And anywho, there isn't much he can do within the village without getting caught, like killing people. But anyways, now Naruto and the rest actually do find out about the 1 month training, and Naruto actually gets that 1 month off. Of course, he would be one of the guards in the Chunin exam finals, just in case something happens from, like, the villagers, or the other village attacking or something. They're just being cautious, and like they're not actually expecting it. And anyways, of course, Naruto actually takes his break pretty seriously, because now he can actually just train and train and train, and Tsuki actually came to Naruto for training. Naruto was more than sorry. Naruto was glad to train Tsuki, and so, of course, he was about to take her with him. However, then Obito and Kakashi arrived and asked if Tsuki needed any training, and Tsuki says no, Naruto will be training her, and they ask, oh, why would you want Naruto to train you? Doesn't he have work to do? And Naruto says, no, I got the month off, so I guess I can train her. And anyways, of course, Kakashi then says, how about you come with us? We can show you a few jutsu. And Sasuke's coming, you can spar with him too. And Tsuki says, no, I'd rather spar with Naruto, someone that I know and I trust better than you guys. And of course, Naruto says, hey Tsuki, listen, you can trust them, it's fine. And anyways, of course, Tsuki has some trust issues, but she, of course, then agrees to go with the rest, and Naruto would actually be left alone. Of course, she says she apologizes to Naruto. Naruto says, no, it's fine, it's better for you, you can learn from them. After all, Naruto is her teacher. However, it doesn't mean Naruto can make a bond with her. After all, he was starting to bond a bit with Tsuki. However, he realized after the death of Haku, he realized that this bond will just break her as soon as he has to cut down their little friendship. And anyways, he didn't want Tsuki to gain any more feelings for him, and so he would actually start becoming more distant over time. Not straight away, suddenly it would be weird and it would make her suspicious. However, over time he would just get further and further away from Tsuki. And anyways, now Naruto and Tsuki do head their own ways, and Naruto does still meet he meets Jiraiya during his little patrol on the village. Not patrol, but he was actually just walking down the village to get some ramen. However, then he actually sees a perv, and he was about to go and pretty much ask him what the hell he's doing. And then he realizes who he is, and Naruto actually starts walking away because he knows about and sorry about the clouds, I actually have the window open. It's actually a pretty hot day today. And anyways, Naruto knows that Jiraiya has a spy network, and he doesn't want himself to be found out or anything. And anyways, of course, Jiraiya still comes towards Naruto and asks, so you're Naruto Uzumaki? And anyways, of course, Naruto says yes. You need anything? And giving a smile off. And Jiraiya says, there's no need to give me a fake smile. If you don't want to smile at me, it's fine. Anyways, I wanted to ask you, and he was actually a bit more excited here because he is meeting his godson for the first time. Goddamn fucking helicopter! Actually, the helicopter's for ambulance, hospital things. So go do your work in it. Like, my G, you're saving lives. Anyways, of course, Jiraiya is actually pretty happy to see his godson and that he's grown up pretty well. However, he did hear about how he's changed quite a bit after their last mission. And anyways, of course, he wanted to help Naruto, go back to his old self. And now he actually asked Naruto if he would like to train with him. After all, he has nothing better to do, and Naruto actually accepts. Of course, he actually wanted to learn a lot of things from Jiraiya because Jiraiya is someone he admired. Like I said before, he actually did admire Jiraiya, and he made a lot of research on him. Of course, being one of the legendary Sannin, of course, being taught by the third Hokage, and being one of the strongest ninjas in the Leaf Village. Of course, he would like to be trained by him, and so he actually does ask. He actually does accept. And anyways, now Naruto and Jiraiya do begin their training, and anywho, Naruto actually makes a lot of progress with this training. Within a month, he's already able to know. He's already mastered the summoning jutsu. However, he needs to learn how to. He does tell Jiraiya that he's actually stolen a few jutsus from the Hokage. When the Hokage had his guard down, and he actually mastered these jutsus, and he showed him that he knew the Rasengan. He knows that Jiraiya knows the Rasengan, and Jiraiya was very impressed by Naruto, and he was just more amused on how Naruto was able to steal it from the Hokage first of all. And anyways, of course, Jiraiya starts laughing and says, "Well, anyway, so why did you tell me this again?" And Naruto said, "Well, it's because I've been trying to master the complete the Rasengan. After all, it's an incomplete jutsu." And Jiraiya asked, "How did you know this?" And Naruto says, "Well, it's pretty obvious. The Rasengan has so much more potential. After all, the fourth Hokage did base it on the tail beast bomb." And I know it's pretty strong, it's an A rank technique. However, I believe that the tail beast one is pretty much much stronger than many S rank techniques. And of course, Naruto added 1+1, and he realized that this A rank technique can evolve into an S rank technique, and even a forbidden technique if he has to be. Anyways, because he does take a lot of chakra, remember. Anyways, Jiraiya and Naruto actually do start training, and Naruto actually helps Jiraiya master the Wind-style Rasengan within that month. And of course, he doesn't get too far with his chakra transformation, even though he needs to like train a lot on it. However, he's more than happy to actually help Jiraiya master this technique, because this is just helping out the future self of himself in the future. He's actually making people stronger over time, which is going to be better for him. They're going to be able to beat him once he becomes strong as hell. And anyways, Naruto knows that he's going to become strong as hell, because he's not going to allow himself to become, to be weak and to be the strongest villain ever. He knows that Madara would easily slap him right now, and he needs to become stronger than Madara. And so Naruto begins, of course, after this 1 month. Naruto says goodbye and tells Jiraiya that that Rasengan that they learned, the Wind-style Rasengan, can be transformed into a Rasengan that looks like a bit like a shuriken. His plan is to learn how to throw it. However, he needs to first learn how to even make the Rasen shuriken. And Jiraiya says, well then, Naruto, you're pretty knowledgeable. Anyways, I have to go. I have some work to do. I'll see you later. I'm pretty sure you're going to be working today, right? And Naruto says, yes. Anyways, I'll see you. Now, Naruto was happy to like make contact with Jiraiya and everything. And anywho, now Naruto does know about his parents. However, he does not know that Jiraiya is actually his godfather. And anyways, now Naruto and Team 7 do reunite for the first time in a while. And even Sakura was actually kind of asking where Naruto was, and Naruto says that he was actually training with someone that actually decided to train him. And Sakura was very impressed. Well, she was mostly amused, because she thought Naruto was like very strong. He is very strong, but she thought no one could really teach him because Naruto's like so strong. But Naruto does say that he's not the strongest. He's someone pretty weak compared to the great shinobi of the past. And Sakura then says, yeah, but you're very strong. But anyways, after this, of course, they watch the first fight, which is Tsuki versus Neji. Tsuki actually arrived earlier with Kakashi. Of course, Sasuke remaining back for a bit and doing something that he is trying to learn from Obito, and how to use that technique. And you may know what it is. Kakashi knows how to use it too. However, Obito's the better one at using it, at activating it and everything. And I'm pretty sure you guys won't know what I mean. And anyways, now, after this, Naruto and Sakura watch Tsuki fight. Tsuki actually literally pummels him to the ground. Neji was no match for Tsuki, and Tsuki literally, just using her speed, was able to counter-attack when Neji was trying to use his 64 palms. However, Tsuki, thanks to Naruto's training and everyone else helping her, of course, she has reached a level of body flicker nearing pretty much the same as Shisui, which is very, very scary, especially because Shisui was known to be an S-rank shinobi just off of his body flicker, because he was just so fast. And Tsuki has the Rinnegan as well, not Rinnegan, the Mangekyo as well, which just makes her so much more of a beast. And anyways, now after this, Tsuki literally puts his head into the ground, not into the ground, but you know, puts him to the ground, and sorry, my ball, tells him, now do you understand? Hard work beats talent. Raw talent is nothing compared to hard work. And of course, Tsuki knows that, because at first Tsuki wasn't smart at all. She had to try very hard. She was not like her brother, a prodigy like him, or Sasuke, or Itachi, of course. So she was very, very bad at studies and everything. However, she trained hard. Thanks to Naruto also, she got much stronger, and her Mangekyo ability was just so strong that she was able to learn many other jutsus just by absorbing them from Naruto. And anyways, now, of course, Neji understands, and he understands that destiny doesn't decide one's fate. And anyways, after this, Tsuki actually leaves, and Neji actually thanks her, and Tsuki says, just don't do that kind of stuff again. And anyways, now, of course, Naruto and Tsuki, well, Naruto says, "Whoa, you went a bit crazy on him, didn't you?" And Tsuki says that he deserved it. After all, he was being such a prick. And anyways, now Naruto was just acting it out, especially because Naruto can see that Tsuki has reached a level that is more than enough, and once she actually trains with other shinobi other than him, she will be on his own level at this point. Like literally, Tsuki is much stronger than him. One, she will be much stronger than him if Naruto keeps going like this. Of course, he can get stronger with Tsuki and over time. However, Naruto needs to become the strongest, so he has to get more experience, fight stronger people and everything. And then Naruto is planning to finally leave the village. Of course, not actually telling Tsuki about this is part of his plan, because Tsuki needs to start hating him, and Naruto has been distancing himself from Tsuki more and more every day, and Tsuki has noticed that too. Anyways, Naruto hasn't talked to Tsuki the whole entire time they were watching the fights, and of course Shikamaru's fight goes exactly the same, and the rest of the fight go the same until Obito and Obito and Sasuke appear. Of course, Sasuke was ready, and anywho, now they begin their Sasuke and Sasuke and Gaara begin their fight, and Sasuke actually has the upper hand straight away, being much faster and stronger than Gaara as of right now, and he was able to pummel him up until Gaara actually started trying, and pretty much was on the same level and speed, and defensively he was much stronger, and he was taking less damage than Sasuke in every aspect of it. And anyways, Sasuke realized that he needs to up the level of power, and so now Sasuke is going all out using the Chidori and everything, and he was able to actually pierce through Gaara's defense, and not only that, he was able to paralyze him, which actually allowed him to get another hit in, kicking him right in the chest and sending him all the way to the other side of the battlefield, which pissed off Gaara and released his pretty much wrath onto the leaf. This was when the Sound Village, or the Sound Shinobi, started attacking by putting everyone in a genjutsu, everyone in the stadium, or in the tuning exams in a genjutsu, to make it easier on themselves. And anyways, of course, there was a barrier around the Hokage, which Naruto saw this, and he's like, no, and literally throws a kunai towards the barrier, and he was actually able to get it in before the Hokage actually, anything happened to the Hokage. And anywho, of course, now Naruto actually was Kakashi and Obito actually did all the Team 7 and Naruto to go after Sasuke, who was actually following Gaara because he wanted to finish the fight. And Naruto told Naruto had to go, even though he wanted to remain to help out the Hokage. However, he knew that they will find a way. At least that's what he wants to think. However, of course, they don't find a way. And anywho, Naruto, of course, wants to end this really fast. However, as soon as Naruto actually goes with his team, Sakura, Tsuki, and here even Shikamaru actually doesn't fake that he's in a genjutsu, because he actually wants to go with Naruto, since Naruto is his friend, and he has seen that Naruto has been distancing. He's been a bit more distant in the past few weeks or so. In the past month, he hasn't been talking to anyone. Every time he sees people that he knows, he actually tries to avoid them. Even Shino followed along. And anyways, here everything goes pretty much the same up until the fight against Gaara, and once they arrive, Gaara gets more pissed off that there's more people and stopping him from completely eradicating Sasuke and killing him off. And of course Naruto actually stopped him, and then he told Sakura and Tsuki to get out of here, and of course they didn't listen at first. However, Naruto then actually raised his voice a bit and told them to get out, otherwise they will be in his way. And anyways, Naruto doesn't want Tsuki to get hurt, and she will gain the experience over time anyway, and Naruto needs to gain experience himself. He has no experience in fighting Kage level fighters as of right now, same as Biju level fighters. Of course, Naruto's Biju level already, and he could take some Jinchuriki on, not as of right now because of just the lack of experience that he has, and he needs to gain more, and he will be joining the Akatsuki soon enough. However, he will be joining back with the Akatsuki soon enough because he needs the experience. And anyways, of course, Naruto actually is planning to leave. However, he actually takes down Gaara and easily, without even going into summoning Gamabunta, easily takes down Gaara because of just the sheer strength that he has. And Gaara was baffled. However, Naruto did tell Gaara that Naruto is his friend and he doesn't need to worry. He will always be his friend and everything. And of course, Gaara is finally at peace, finally making a friend. And of course, Naruto saves Gaara from the darkness. Naruto carries Gaara, and just saying, this fight ended a lot faster. And Naruto actually carries Gaara back to where everyone were with Sasuke. Even Shikamaru and Shino came back, and they're much stronger. Just saying, just off of the influence Naruto gave off, they have gotten a lot stronger over time. And anyways, now Naruto sees that the Hokage is pretty much in a dangerous position. He's really close to pretty much dying, especially because he's about to use the Reaper Death Seal at this point. However, Naruto actually doesn't return next to them. He doesn't actually show up near them, and he actually leaves Gaara in there. Not in the stadium, however, somewhere far away from them. And Naruto actually appears in the barrier. Naruto appeared as a different figure with different clothes. Naruto had dark clothes, and he had a mask on. Also, he was using his Akatsuki attire, which he hasn't been using in a while. Only when he actually went to, catch up with the Akatsuki and see what they're doing, what they're up to. And anyways, now, of course, Naruto appeared and said, Orochimaru, I guess you're still alive. We weren't able to catch you last time. However, this should be enough. I shall finish you off here. After all, you did escape us last time, and it won't happen again. You've had enough freedom. I shall kill you here right now. This is in this instant. Anyways, of course, Naruto then actually uses his Sharingan, and everyone was completely baffled on how Naruto was able to do that. And even Tsuki was confused because she didn't seem to recognize this person. It's not Naruto. Naruto hasn't returned according to them, and Tsuki was scared at this point because there was another Uchiha alive. Sasuke was pissed off, even though he was really, really tired. He saw that there's another Uchiha, and he thought it was Itachi, and he screamed out his name. And Tsuki said, "I don't think that's your brother." And anyways, Tsuki knows that that's not her brother. That's not Sasuke's brother, because she's seen him before, and even Itachi's chakra can't get this dark. And anyways, Naruto had a much darker chakra than anyone in this village at this point, anyone in the world right now. And anyways, Orochimaru was smiling and said, "Do you really think you can beat me with my jutsu activated?" And Naruto then sees the first Hokage and the second Hokage heading right towards him, and Naruto says, Lord first and Lord second. Interesting. Anyways, Naruto then actually picked up the kunai that he threw inside, and the Hokage realized that it's there. And anyways, Naruto actually blitzes both of them by actually putting both his palms on top, in front of the two Hokage's faces, and literally sealing them away, and actually literally ripping them apart. And anyways, he sealed them away, and they became paper. They actually literally fell down as paper. And Naruto says, "Is that all?" And of course, the Hokage was baffled on how he was able to do that. Same as Orochimaru. Naruto literally, and just saying, Naruto's pretty short right now, and Orochimaru recognizes him and he's like, "You're that guy. I recognize that mask. You weren't too visible before. However, you seem very strong. Maybe I shall take your body too." And literally tries to bite him. However, Naruto literally puts him in a genjutsu where he slices off his head. However, he's able to break out of it. Naruto used a very weak one at the very beginning, and he was like, "Oh, so you can break out of that? Well, as expected from a legendary Sanin. However, I won't let you escape this time, Orochimaru." Anyways, now Naruto didn't actually want to kill him. He wasn't planning on it, and he actually hoped that Orochimaru would escape because he knows that Orochimaru would be a big help in the future to actually kill him. And anyways, Naruto wasn't going to go all out. However, he was showing a lot of power, and he showed that he was able to seal away the two reanimations easily. And Naruto, of course, knew that they were reanimations because they were dead, and he knows about the Forbidden Jutsu, the reanimation jutsu. And anyways, Naruto, after sealing them away, he actually looked at Orochimaru and blitzed him pretty much in a taijutsu fight. Naruto dominated, especially because the Hokage actually did most of the damage to Orochimaru. However, then Naruto then says it's time to end this, and as he says that, he actually creates a Rasengan in his hand, which everyone was baffled, and now Orochimaru realized that if he gets hit by that, it's pretty much over. And even Naruto knew that. Orochimaru knows that if he gets hit by this, he's gone. He will not be able to survive this hit. And so Orochimaru actually was able to reverse summon jutsu outside and take the soundfall with him and escape. Naruto then actually looked back and said, "The only reason I'm here is because I owed one to the Hokage. Anyways, now shall be taking my leave, and I will come back for the Nine Tails. Don't worry about that." And anyways, of course, now Naruto actually did disappear from their sight, and they realized that this is not Naruto. Well, because he did say that they're after the Nine Tails, and so now Naruto actually arrives out of nowhere, and he couldn't have done that fast. However, that was actually a clone, and they didn't realize, and they said, "Naruto, are you okay? Did you see anyone suspicious with black robes and red clouds on them?" And of course Naruto says, "No, I just came back. What's going on?" And they were relieved. And anywho, now of course Tsuki actually came in to give Naruto a hug. However, Naruto actually told, "Wait, Tsuki, stop. Not here. I'm tired. I have to go." And anyways, of course Naruto went home to actually, of course, since he was a clone, the real Naruto appeared in the house, and the clone actually disappeared. And Naruto says, anyways, I guess it's over. I need to get out of this village as fast as possible. It's been fun. It's been a nice village anyway. Now I gotta go. Anyways, of course Naruto is meaning this. He needs to leave the village, especially because Naruto has done everything he can, and now Tsuki has to do everything else on her own. Now, of course, the third Hokage decided to retire, and he actually did ask Jiraiya to become the Hokage. However, Jiraiya says that he actually wants, Tsunade to return, and he's actually been making some contact with her, and he's actually been able to convince her. And this is where the story actually begins to change a lot more. And anyways, Naruto doesn't actually meet Itachi, and I'm pretty sure I actually hinted it before. However, it's not here that he meets. It's not there that he meets them or meets Itachi. And anyways, of course, a few days later, Itachi does arrive in the village while Jiraiya actually went to find, Tsunade. And here he didn't take Naruto because of the Akatsuki's impending danger, and so and Naruto being in danger, and so he didn't take him at all, and he didn't even think about it. Well, he did think about it before a bit, but then he realized that it's better for him to stay in the village since the Hokage is here, protecting him at all costs and time. And anyways, of course, Itachi appeared with Kisame, and Naruto actually felt the chakra coming in, and he's like, "God damn it." Anyways, of course, now the Akatsuki do arrive, and they do fight Obito this time and Kakashi, and they were able to put up a much better fight. And Obito asks Itachi why he did it, and Itachi says that it's none of his business. And of course, Itachi was pretty pissed. Not pissed off, but he wasn't going to give any answers to Obito, even though Obito was like his senior. And anywho, now Obito was pretty pissed off at Itachi for killing the whole entire Uchiha clan, and he tried to fight. He was actually on the same level as Itachi. This Obito, maybe he wasn't trained by Madara, but still he's very strong. And Obito in the original was, he was considered to be stronger than Itachi, since he wasn't scared of him at all. And the only thing that pretty much bring him down is Itachi's Tsukiyomi. But anyways, now after this, Sasuke does appear after finding out that Itachi was here, and he was actually walking past, and people were saying that they seen Itachi Uchiha, and of course he actually went towards them, and Itachi actually allowed Kisame to have his own little fun against both of them, and he actually went to his little brother, actually strangling him and putting him in the Genjutsu, showing him everything again. And this was when Sasuke actually broke out of it. Of course, Itachi didn't put him in the real Tsukiyomi because he didn't want him to pretty much get traumatized forever. And he broke out of it and said, "Do you really think I don't have the Mangekyo just like you?" And he actually tries to use it. However, he was still very weak at it. And once he actually tried to use the Susanoo, he was only able to use the blast of it when he summons the Susanoo ribcage. He was only able to use the blast of it. And Naruto actually saw this and was like, oh, so you know how to use that, huh? And anyways, it wasn't Naruto. It was actually the masked figure, and of course, Naruto was actually there as a clone. He actually arrived as a clone, and anywho, now Naruto then said, well, Itachi then asked, "What are you doing here, Toby?" And Naruto used the same exact alias. And anyways, he actually wanted to be called Toby, even though he was Madara, no, according to them. And of course, Itachi remembers that, and so he actually just called him Toby instead of Madara. And Naruto then says, "Well, you can call me my real name now, since I am Madara Uchiha." And anyways, of course, they were completely baffled on why he called himself Madara Uchiha, and of course, uh, they thought that it was fake. However, then Naruto says, "Do you really think it's fake? Who else could still be alive with the Sharingan other than Itachi, Sasuke, Tsuki, and the great Obito? After all, I've seen you in the war." Anyways, now, and just saying, Obito was confused on how he saw him in the war, and he asked about it, and Naruto revealed that he knows everything that happened in the war because he was actually pretty much control the puppet master. He just wanted to find someone suitable for his works, or his dirty work, since he was in an old age. However, he found a way to regain his youth, and now he's stronger than ever. And of course, they still didn't believe it until Naruto used his Susanoo, and Naruto's Susanoo was actually blue. However, it was a lighter shade of blue, and since not many people knew about it, only the Hokage who appeared now, he actually knew about it, and he couldn't, even though it was a bit different, he actually did believe that that was Madara, and so he actually told everyone to stand back, he'll take him on. However, then, Madara said, "No, Hiruzen, I'm not going to fight you, I'm not here to fight, I'm only here to return to the Akatsuki. I was just gathering some intel about the Nine Tails." And then Tsuki did appear, and then Naruto, did disappear, the clone of Naruto, and Tsuki was confused, and then Naruto gave Tsuki an idea of it and said, "Maybe you should ask your Jinchuriki what he was thinking about. After all, he did leave a few hours ago." And everyone was baffled because Naruto left, and of course, even the Akatsuki were baffled, and now they all were on a chase for Naruto. And the Akatsuki, of course, was told by Naruto that they cannot capture Naruto first, they have to capture him last, because each tail beast has to be pretty much found one by one, and has to be sealed one by one. And anyways, of course, they understood, so they returned, and now they would actually pretty much be training Naruto over these 3 years, and of course getting funds and everything. And just saying, they know that this is not truly Madara, but they know that this is Madara's grandson. However, they haven't seen his face because he wasn't willing to show his face yet. And anyways, now Naruto and Tsuki was actually on the chase for Naruto as well. And here, after this, Naruto was found by Tsuki at the Valley of the End, and it was where Naruto then said that he wasn't going to be helping them anymore. He had enough of the Leaf Village, and he's sorry for Tsuki. However, Naruto will be continuing his own little ventures on his own. And anyways, now Tsuki and Naruto did fight. Naruto's clone was easily able to take out Tsuki, even though Tsuki is very strong. This was no normal clone, this was actually a wood clone, and Naruto made the wood clone on purpose because he knew that Tsuki is much stronger than a normal clone, and a wood clone would be more than enough for him to take down Tsuki. And anyways, now, the clone was nearly destroyed. Tsuki was very angry, and she wanted Naruto to remain. However, the clone was not easily, however, at first it was easy. However, Tsuki was getting stronger and stronger over time, and this is a bit of the ability that she has. And I did say that there will be some backstory about her, her reincarnation. And yes, she's actually one of the reincarnations of Hagoromo's daughters. And yes, I mean the only one, not one of. And this is a bit of me changing the whole entire story. And yes, I'm sorry if you guys don't like that. You can just click out the video if you don't like it. But that's why I said that Tsuki has some kind of power. I did hint at this back in, I think, part 1 or 2, or one of the prior parts. I did link, or I did hint it, and why are just people screaming outside? But anyways, now after this, of course, Naruto did leave, and then a few months later, Sasuke has had enough. After being healed by the fifth Hokage, Tsunade, he realized, and he did meet the Sound Four, and he actually left with them, and no one was there to stop Sasuke, because no one knew about it. Even Sakura didn't know about it, and a few days later, they found out, because once they went into his home to search for him, because he wasn't arriving at training, or for to find two missions. They actually went to his home and saw a letter, Sasuke, saying that he left because he needs to find power to destroy Itachi, and so he won't be returning until he becomes stronger. And he doesn't hate the Leaf Village, he doesn't hate anyone. However, now Naruto, of course, having the Toad summoning, he actually does realize that he could learn the reverse summon jutsu, and he does learn it. And during these next few years, everyone will be training. Even Tsuki, Sakura's training with Tsunade, Tsuki's training with Jiraiya, and Obito and Kakashi. Obito and Kakashi actually remain, and Jiraiya actually trains Tsuki in her first 2 years, not in the first 2 years of training, while of course Obito and Kakashi train together, and she learns a lot. She actually learns much faster than Naruto, first of all, because of her Sharingan ability and everything. And anyways, now Tsuki, over time, she gets stronger and stronger, and she did meet Itachi on their training, on their journey of training. Of course, Itachi wasn't there to fight, and actually put Tsuki in a genjutsu, talking to her and telling her that he's not really there to fight, and he just wanted to give something that her brother asked him to give, and this would be their last contact with each other. And anyways, he gives her the gift. However, he actually transplants the eye. Of course, he hurt Tsuki. However, Tsuki knew some sort of healing ability. After seeing Naruto use it, she actually did ask for the scrolls from Tsunade, and Tsunade actually gave it because she saw potential in Tsuki. Anyways, now, of course, Naruto actually was training on his own, and he came back from within the first 2 years. Naruto learned a lot, and also Naruto having Hashirama cells and everything, he actually was very close to unlocking the Rinnegan. However, he does not have the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which means that it's impossible for him to actually unlock it. But anyways, Sasuke does learn a lot more things. For example, he's implanted with Hashirama cells that actually Orochimaru has, and don't ask how he acquired them. And anyways, he actually acquired them from the Akatsuki, from a Zetsu that he killed before leaving, and he realized that these are Hashirama cells. And anyways, now Naruto's getting much stronger, and during the first year, he actually did go to Mount Myoboku. However, he made sure to not tell them anything, and thanks to the Elder Toad actually realizing what Naruto was trying, and actually knew that Naruto was the child of prophecy, actually he told the Fukasaku and not Fukaku, Fukasaku and all the other Toads to not tell Jiraiya if Jiraiya ever asks. So if he ever comes to find out that Naruto was here, just deny it, and make sure to not tell him, because Naruto he's not right in what he's doing. However, even the the Elder Toad thought that Naruto may be right. Anyways, now Sakura was learning the same exact things, and Naruto actually found out a way to in the last 6 months of his training. And just saying, he spent a year training with the Akatsuki, a year and a half, 6 months in Mount Myoboku, taking his time in training. But anyway, also he spent pretty much the rest of his time and training with not training, actually finding a way to capture the tail beasts without killing the host. And it was very hard for Naruto to find that. However, he realized that Hashirama cells would do the trick, and in the end he was actually able to create Hashirama cells just for the tail beast, to Jinchurikis, to give it to them to increase their life force and everything. And he would give his own chakra. And anyways, Naruto has all 5 chakra natures, and this is going to be the way Naruto actually gets the chakra of all the tail beasts. Of course, Naruto actually will talk to the tail beasts before doing this, and tells them that they'll be released once Naruto's plan comes to fruition, and it is what it is, and the tail beasts will not be sealed away ever again, thanks to some things that Naruto will do. But anyways, that is where I'm gonna end off. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please stay safe. This was the King of Weaves here, and don't forget to subscribe to Retreat Minimal to Retreat, my second channel, DB Lover, and my friend Hxmesh. Support my friend Hxmesh and all the other channels. Links are in the description below. Join the Discord server, also in the description, and follow me on Instagram. Follow my friend Shokiro on Instagram. He is the artist on my profile picture on YouTube. And don't forget on Instagram, links are in the description as usual. And also don't forget to get good quality anime merch from Beautiful Halo, and a good quality lamp from lamptee.com. Beautiful Halo links are in the description below, same as Lamptee, and you can get 5% off on your next $49 plus order on Beautiful Halo with the code MEME, MEME, and 10% off with the code MEMES, MEMES, on your next $99 plus order for the 10% off one. But if you want 10% off on any order on lamptee.com, you can get it with the code LAMPTEE, capital L A and capital L lowercase a, and everything's lowercase except for the L. LAMPTEE, LAMPTEE, and dash the King of Weaves, how you spell it on YouTube, everything capital except for the O and F. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Please stay safe, and my ducklings are dismissed. Peace.